everybody. Welcome to Setta's place in my car. I just wanted to jump on real quick. I got a letter, like a happy mail letter, and also I wanted to give you an update on the summer top I'm making. And let me see what else. Just a quick little thing while I'm waiting for the little girl is having her horseback riding lesson. So while I'm waiting, I said, let me do a video. All right, let's see. I got a letter I got this letter a while back, because y'all know my P.O. box is in Richmond, but I work in Arlington. So my sister checks my mail for me. So she had mailed me something else, and this letter was in the box with it. And I've had it for a couple of weeks, but I kept forgetting to, I wanted to tell y'all about it. So I said, let me tell y'all about my letter, and then I'll show you what I am doing next. I got a letter from, I think when I say it right, is Wasilla. I hope I'm saying that right. Wasilla W. From Jamestown, New York. All right. I'm not going to read the whole letter to you. I just want to share with you some things she was saying. And she is just so sweet. She says, Dear Cosetta, I recently found your podcast and I totally love your tea tastings. She says, girl, you got me hooked on true lemon packets. What a great find. You know I love me some lemon packets. She says, I'm not a designer, but I've always wanted to do a podcast. She said, you have inspired me to try and give it a try. I can't speak today. All I have is an iPhone, but I'm going to give it a try. And that's what I'm using right now is the iPhone. That's all I use to record, so you don't have to have fancy equipment and all that good stuff. I mean, maybe later if you wanted to do some other, zhuzhy things. But that's all I use is my iPhone, and I think it works just fine. Since I've been crocheting since I was 12, and now I ain't gonna tell how old you are now. She says that's a long time to crochet. She's been crocheting a long time. She wanted, let me tell her age. She says, I feel like we have a lot in common, as I used to live in Virginia at Fort Belvoir Army Base in the early 90s. The thing is, I used to live at Fort Belvoir, not the Army base, but in that area. I lived in Alexandria. Oh, goodness, that's been a while back. So I know the area you're talking about. And then she's traveled to Roanoke, a lot of the places that I mentioned. So I might have seen you, didn't know it was you. So if you're ever in the Roanoke area again, you gotta let me know. See, she currently lives in Jamestown, New York, and she was just telling me all about the Lucille Ball and the museum, Desi Lucy Museum, and the festivals they had there, and all the fun stuff they do, the comedy center, and if I'm ever that way, I'd have to come and check them out. And then she says, I love seeing all the gifts people send to you. Your followers are so generous. She says, I don't have a gift to send right now, but maybe in the future. Rosalie, you don't have to send a thing. No one has to send anything. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, and I loved everything I've gotten. But just you want a letter and just tell me what's going on with you, or just to talk, or anything, that is fine. Postcard. So you don't have to send anything at all. A letter, I appreciate the letter. She said, I wanted to let you know I am watching and appreciate your time and your Amazon links. Love seeing what is on your hook too. Blessings to you. Thank you, Rosalie. I hope I said your name right. I enjoy just reading the letters. You don't have to, you are fine. And I hope you went ahead and started your podcast. Hopefully you'll let me know when you get it started so we can take you out. And everything. Oh, I wanted to show y'all in this is a cool stamp that was on the letter she sent. Look, isn't that pretty? It says Purple Passion. Isn't that cool? But anyway, so that is my happy mail. But I wanted to show you all. Remember the caron cake, the cotton caron cake that I showed y'all? This one. And I said I was going to be making a summer top with it. And this is Amethyst Sky. I had bought two, and I've been working on it. I found a pattern, a tutorial, and I was working on it. And I got like, it was done in a panel, 2 panels, and then you sew them together. I crocheted the whole front panel, but what happened was, I just wasn't happy with the way, and nothing wrong with the pattern at all. The pattern was perfect. It was easy, and but it just didn't look right on me. And I knew about halfway through that I'm like, but I kept going, and I literally finished half of it. But I just wasn't for me. And I'll show y'all what it was. I still have part of it because I'm frogging it. But let me see. So this is the front panel was going to be like this, and you make 2 and sew it together, and that's how it was turning out. And it's beautiful. It's nothing wrong with the pattern or anything. It's just, for me, it just wasn't working. So I am frogging it, and I decided I kept looking around for different tutorials, but I just wasn't happy. So I decided just to wing it. Like someone else had said in the comments, just winging it. And I started just making my own pattern up. So this is what I've come up with so far. Okay. At first I started, so it's similar to this one, but it's just not quite. So I did the same thing, but not as wide here. And then I did a little variation, and then I've used the a smaller hook up here, and I used I guess it's called this, is it the seed stitch or the moss stitch? That stitch I really like using, where it's the single, half double, and double in one space, and then you skip and then make another one. So that's what the stitch is. Then I switched up and did a double in between, and then I went back to that stitch, starting on the body, and then to about right in here, all of this is a 6mm hook. Then I switched to a 6.5 when I got to here, to about right, so it would start kind of going outward. And then when I got to I think around in here somewhere, I wanted to grow some more, so I added another double crochet. Let me see. Right here, I think it is. So I did a single, a half, a double, and a double, all in the same stitch, which made it go out a little bit more. So I did that all the way until right here. Now I'm doing the mesh stitch. So I'm just mixing it up. Then I'm gonna put connect it, and I'm gonna put a sleeve armhole in it. I just haven't done that part yet. And so that's how it is looking. And I kind of like it, I think. I really don't know until I really get it finished. That's how I feel about it. Only one thing I did with this one, with this yarn, it's springy, like it it's springy. And I knew that with the Caron cotton cakes, when I made the other thing a couple years ago, the more I wore it, it kept stretching and stretching. So I kept saying to myself, just make this a little smaller, and then when it starts stretching, it won't be overly big. But I was afraid I was going to be too small, so I didn't. But I wish I had it now, because it's really, I can just feel it stretching every time I. So hopefully it won't be too. What's the word? Like loosey goosey. You know, I don't want it to be too loose. But anyway, so that's what I'm ended up doing with this. So let's see, who was it? Kim, Classy Kim. So if you wanted to copy me, if you haven't found your own pattern yet, either you could go with this pattern, and I'll link this tutorial below. This pattern was by Lovingly Nye. I think I said it. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Lovingly Nye, and I'll link that below. Like I said, it's very cute. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It just wasn't for me. And so that's that one. And I gave you the recipe for mine if you want to try to do one like me. And it's kind of you know. So, but I'll keep on letting you know as I get going, and when I add my sleeves in, and or armholes rather, and show you how it worked, how it came out. So that is what I am working on now, and I'll let you know how that works out. And it is only going to take one of these, because this, what I'm frogging and what I'm working on, is one of these, and this is plenty. This is plenty enough to finish this. So, and like I said, I made it a generous size, so it definitely would. One of these will definitely, you know, make a top. So I was glad of that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I don't know what else I'm gonna make. I have to see. But anyway, so that is what this one is. Let's see. And then I got this this comfy cotton. I bought this last year or two. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Well, no, it had to be last year. And is this the one? I had bought 2 of these back then, and I used one of them and I made something with it. So this is one that's left over. So I'm gonna try to figure out something to make with this one too. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet. This one is stained glass, and this is not my favorite, the comfy cotton. I would like to see what the solid feels like, the solid ones of these. I haven't got to touch it, but I'd like to have a solid of the comfy cotton, and you know, just to see and to match it up with would be actually really good. But anyway, I'll have to see whatever I decide. I'm not sure. So this is a plan for hopefully for a top or something. And then I'm still working on my other summer top, and I'll tell you more about that when I have it in my hand so I can show it to you, because I don't have it with me. But anyway, so that's what I'm working on. And so I just wanted to jump on real quick and show y'all. I'm all glary, sorry y'all. Just wanted to jump on and say hey, do a quick video, let you know what I'm up to. I am on the road tomorrow. I head to Roanoke because I finished up this job. Like I told you, the parents came home last night. Yeah, last night. So, and I'm working today, so I'll head out in the morning to Roanoke. So I'll be there for a few days, and then I'll go to Richmond for a few days, and I'll be back to Arlington to work some more. But anyway, All right, I just wanted to, oh, let me show y'all what I hung up in my car. Look, there's Spock and Captain Kirk. Look, y'all, aren't they adorable? That's what I got from Debbie, the Canadian crocheter. She gave me these, and I decided to hang them up in my car. Aren't they adorable? Okay, but anyway, okay, y'all. I will talk to y'all later, and have a blessed day.